price of Bitcoin has surged above $100,000 for the first time ever. The world's largest cryptocurrency briefly hit nearly $104,000 Wednesday night before it dipped slightly. The price is hovering around $97,000. It's been up, it's been down. The Bitcoin spike, though, it follows President-elect Donald Trump's announcement Wednesday that he plans to select Paul Atkins for chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, for some context, Atkins previously served as SEC commissioner from 2002 to 2008. He's also a major supporter of cryptocurrency. For more, let's bring in Faryar Shirzad. He's the chief policy officer at Coinbase, the largest platform for buying and selling cryptocurrency in the U.S. Thank you for joining me on set on this momentous day. Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me
giving
on.
up your holiday party, I heard. So thank you. So I want to put this moment into context because 2 years ago, Sam Bankman-Fried, right, who started the FTX crypto exchange, which was a competitor, was hiding out in the Bahamas after committing one of the largest financial frauds in U.S. history. The price of Bitcoin was roughly $17,000. We hit above 100K last night. How big of an inflection point is this?
Oh, it's an enormous inflection point. I mean, think about it. There have been a number of us who've been trying to build an industry in the United States under U.S. rules, regulated with investor protection. And so there's just been a lot of turmoil. Some of it's been people like Sam Bankman-Fried. Some of it has been regulators targeting the industry and trying to drive it offshore. I think what we're seeing with the rally is the normalization of what Bitcoin and the crypto markets can really operate at without political pressure being put on them. And I think that's very exciting.
And I mean, it's becoming a lot more mainstream, right?
Yeah.
I mean, more and more of the average Americans are buying cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin. Why is this happening, though, right now, right? I mean, we've seen the momentum grow following President Trump's kind of 180 towards the industry, right? I mean, he's called it a scam a couple years ago. Now he's all in. But he taps Atkins to lead the SEC. And then the same day, Bitcoin reaches this milestone. I mean, what do you think Atkins is going to mean for the industry?
Well, the question you asked about why now, really the more important question is why not earlier? The rest of the G20 is actually very far along in producing very clear rules. You've got the UK, Europe, other jurisdictions who've declared they want to be leaders in digital asset technology, update their financial system with digital asset technology. And so the fact that the U.S. is finally beginning to catch up is enormously important. In terms of,
you know, I do want to ask you, though, I mean, do you think that we're going to get some clarity finally around this question of security, commodity, you know, where are the guidelines?
Yeah, remember, I mean, the mission of the SEC is to protect investors, promote capital formation, and create fair and orderly markets. And what that has meant for the history of the agency has been clear rules, and when there's uncertainty, provide guidance to the markets, market participants, so they know how to comply with the expectations of the agency. You've had this strange, anomalous period that's coming to an end now, hopefully, where you've had an agency that's been wreaking havoc on the industry, sowing discord. And I think with the Atkins announcement, we'll see the agency go back to its original mission to try to protect the markets, protect investors, provide clear rules. And we're excited to build under that rubric.
Yeah, I can tell you I was at the Bitcoin Nashville conference when President Trump said, I'm going to fire Gary Gensler. It felt like I was at a rock concert and people cheered. But you know, what do you think the future of crypto will look like under President-elect Trump? I mean, what are you hoping policy-wise?
Well, remember, crypto's a lot of things. Fundamentally, it's a technology, and that technology updates the internet. Right now, under the internet, you and I can transmit information back and forth to each other. And until crypto came along, we couldn't transmit value, whether it was a currency or a gaming point or a frequent flyer mile. And what will now happen is that there's just thousands of developers all around the world that are building really cool applications using this technology. And it'll become a part of our regular life. We'll now be on the internet, being able to transmit information and photos and images back and forth, but also things of value, whether it's currency or a frequent flyer point. And I think that's very, very exciting. It's going to be a transformational moment in the investment markets, but a transformational moment in the application of the internet.
I got about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Someone's watching, they're listening to you. Oh, okay. You know, what's your advice to folks who might want to get into investing in the space?
Well, I would give the same advice to anybody who invests. You know, educate yourself, learn more about the asset class, see what you think about it. And I think it's a great opportunity for people who get informed and put a little bit of money into it.
So educate yourself.
Absolutely.
All right. Appreciate your time, Faryar.
All right. Thanks for having me on, Kelly.